Is creatine counterproductive when it comes to weight loss? In this video, I'll tell you everything you need to know about creatine, regardless of whether you're trying to build muscle, strength, or lose fat, or a couple of them at the same time. I'll break down some key studies, and I'll go over some of the best supplements to add to your routine, regardless of your goals. So first of all, let's explain what creatine is. Creatine is a natural source of energy that helps your skeletal muscles flex. It also helps create a steady supply of energy in your muscles so they can keep working, especially while you're exercising. About half of your body's supply of creatine, which is 1 to 2 grams a day, comes from your diet, especially protein-rich foods like red meat, seafood, and animal milk. Your body produces the other half of it naturally in your liver, kidney, and pancreas. While 95% of the creatine goes to your skeletal muscles, the rest of the 5% actually go to your heart and your brain as well. As far as whether creatine has any negative side effects, this has been the most researched supplement in the fitness and health industry over many years, and there are no consistent long-term negative side effects that come with taking creatine. Anything about hair loss or chronic bloating or weight gain or anything along those lines that you've heard before, those are either isolated events or they're not directly related to supplementing creatine. A couple of other circulating misconceptions about creatine is that it makes you bloated or that the muscle or weight that you're adding on is really just water weight. That's not true. Creatine hydrates your muscles, yes, but that's to aid in recovery and to aid in your strength levels as well, specifically the ATP production. So you can hit the workouts harder and therefore get better results. Because the creatine takes up more water, you will need to hydrate yourself more if you are on creatine as a supplement. However, creatine will not make you fat, and it will not work against you in your fat loss journey. To really boil it down and make it as simple as possible, think of creatine as something that will help you with your recovery and your performance. And as a result, you will build more muscle and strength and even have more energy levels to burn fat as well. Now, you don't have to just take my word for it. I'll run you through a couple of important studies that we can go through that really break down exactly what I'm saying. The effects of creatine supplementation on predominantly anaerobic exercises as stated within this .gov study. And to break that down, anaerobic exercises is anything that's not
squirrel
cardio. This study states that creatine has demonstrated neuromuscular performance enhancing properties on a short duration, predominantly anaerobic intermittent exercises. You can pause to read, but this study shows that creatine specifically aids with the ATP production, which essentially helps with your energy levels, specifically when it comes to your muscle and your strength, within a shorter time duration, typically under 30 seconds. Not to mention that creatine helps with improvement of lean body mass, so it's not going to be adding on any fat. As well, when creatine supplementation is combined with heavy resistance training, muscle insulin-like growth factor concentration has been shown to increase. This is another study that you can check out as well. It basically runs through the same concepts that I'm talking about, the mythology behind creatine, the misunderstandings and misconceptions, but also what science actually proves. Our evidence-based scientific evaluation of the literature shows that creatine supplementation does not always lead to water retention. Creatine is not an anabolic steroid. Creatine supplementation, when ingested at recommended dosages, does not result in kidney damage or renal dysfunction in healthy individuals. Majority of available evidence does not support a link between creatine supplementation and hair loss. Creatine supplementation does not cause dehydration or muscle cramping. Creatine supplementation appears to be generally safe and potentially beneficial for children and adolescents. Creatine supplementation does not increase fat mass. Smaller daily dosages of creatine supplementation are effective, therefore a creatine loading phase is not required. A lot of times supplement companies or other fitness influencers will push you to take creatine in higher dosages for the first 5-7 days. That's not necessary at all. Creatine supplementation and resistance training combination produces the vast majority of musculoskeletal and performance benefits in older adults. Creatine supplementation alone can provide some muscle and performance benefits for older adults. Creatine supplementation can be beneficial for a variety of athletics and sporting activities. Creatine supplementation provides a variety of benefits for females across their lifespan. Other forms of creatine are not superior to creatine monohydrate. Another option aside from creatine monohydrate for people to start taking is creatine HCl, which is said to absorb quicker. However, studies have been sort of sporadic on that. Typically, creatine monohydrate absorbs better into the body when taken with carbs and protein. So what you should do when you are taking creatine is to take it at the same time every single day regardless of whether that's before your workout, after your workout, when you first wake up, or before you go to sleep. Make sure you're taking it with carbs and protein so it can absorb into your body. However, if you are like me and you're trying to take it before your workout and you are in a fasted state, or if you take it in the morning, HCl is a safer bet because it is said to absorb easier into the body. Now, as we know, creatine is not a steroid. It is not an anabolic growth hormone that's going to give you the most insane results you've ever seen. Still got to train hard, you still got to eat well. And there are also a couple of other supplements to take that will help you with either your fat loss, muscle building, or strength gain. We'll start with muscle building and then we'll get into fat loss. So the best muscle building supplement combination that I personally would recommend is creatine, essential amino acids, a hydration supplement, and a digestive enzyme supplement. We already went over the benefits of creatine real quick when it comes to the essential amino acids. Essential amino acids are amino acids that our body cannot produce naturally, so the only way we get them is through supplementation or through other foods. The amount of EAAs in a supplement far outweigh the amount of natural EAAs that you could get from your diet. Essential amino acids really focus on building up the muscle. So just like we talked about how creatine really focuses on the performance and recovery aspect, amino acids really focus on the building up of your muscle. And specifically as we age, our body tends to degrade in muscle if we're not working out, if we're not keeping our body in check, and if we're not replenishing well enough. So essential amino acids really work against time and help us to counter that aging process from a skeletal muscular level. As far as a hydration supplement goes, this is huge considering that hydration is not just achieved through drinking water. You need your electrolytes, you need your salt. But instead of drinking, I personally don't like drinking salt water, so instead I'll take hydration supplements, which is typically just a powder you pour into your drink. And the last supplement is either a digestive enzyme or a fiber supplement. This helps our body to digest the foods that we're taking in better, which will aid in our body's process to take the fuel that we ingest and better convert it into muscle building results. Now, when taking these supplements, a couple things that you really need to worry about is they need to be clean, first of all. You really don't want to be adding a ton of calories and sugar and extra things into your supplements that don't really need to be there. That in a lot of cases can just take you further away from your goal, especially if you're trying to get into the fat loss section, or especially if you're trying to stay lean, which we'll talk about later. If you want to use the products that I use, I'll put the link in the description, give you a little discount code with them. But that is the best lineup that I utilize for myself and for my clients when it comes to muscle building. Now, for those of you that are trying to lose weight, this is the best supplement lineup for you to take on a daily basis. A big misconception that people have, which I've talked about in several other of my videos, is that cardio is the best way to lose weight. And unless you want to just go from fat to skinny fat, you're going to want to build muscle along the way as well. And the harder that you can attack your workouts, the more intense that you can push through your training sessions, the more the fat's going to be shedding off your body, which means that we're going to maintain that creatine and EAA supplementation as well, because we really want to make sure that you're hitting the gym hard and you're getting the results from that. Plus, the more muscle you are building, the faster your metabolism is going to be, and therefore you're going to be shedding more fat. It's going to be easier to keep the fat off, and it's just going to give you more energy throughout your day, keep you more focused, get rid of some of the brain fog, all indirect factors that will help in your weight loss journey. The new supplement that I want to add in there is called a carb blocker. Now, I personally don't know of many other good, clean carb blockers on the market. And again, just search up carb blocker in the link that I attached in the description. But essentially what the carb blocker does is it creates a natural response in your body to avoid digesting the extra carbohydrates that you put in your body. That can be up to 500 calories a day that your body is not turning into fat. So that's a great one, especially for those of you that really like pastries, pasta, that kind of thing. This allows you to maintain a relatively similar lifestyle and still lose weight. The digestive enzyme supplement is huge when it comes to fat loss specifically, because have you ever noticed that you've said to yourself, oh, I'm eating less and I'm still not losing the weight, or oh, I'm working out but I'm still not losing the weight? Part of that could be because your digestive system is messed up. And especially since the more processed foods are already more broken down, which makes it easier for our body to digest, which is not a good thing, then adding these supplements to your daily lineup will allow your digestive system to be a little bit more selective with the quality of foods that is actually going to turn into energy for your body. Now, the list of helpful and effective supplements goes on and on. I could sit here all day giving you a bunch of different supplements that you should or could take, but I'll get to those ones in the future, especially considering they have more benefits in other areas that are not specifically fat loss or muscle building related. In the future, I'll get into all the other training methods and nutrition methods that you can use to get to your dream physique. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, in the comment section, let me know what you want to see next. If you have any questions for me, I'll make a video on it. And for those of you that either want to look and move like me, I can fly, I can bench almost half my body weight, I can do crazy calisthenic skills, or at the very least, if you want to just get in the best shape of your life without having to completely upturn your entire lifestyle, then go ahead and click the second link in the description. That'll take you a form to fill out to apply for one-on-one coaching. As always, stay happy, stay healthy. See you in the next video. Peace out.